Well, hi everyone, and welcome to, I guess, what this is part two or part B of the COVID round three lifting of restrictions explanation, how we're doing church thing. Good news is this one should be a lot shorter than last week's. Sorry about how wordy that was, but there was just so much information to make everyone aware of. So we've got coming up on Sunday, Service B. Now, the main difference is, at least in the short term, is that this has full kids ministries. So, really kind of more geared towards families and so forth. Going for, in future, this Service B will really be a more contemporary vibe, and a bit more outreachy as well. Might be doing some response times and some table discussions, etc., as well as, generally speaking, as I said, a more sort of contemporary or outreach kind of vibe with with the worship and the music as well. So anyway, that's that. So that's the main difference this Sunday. Thanks to everyone who came along last Sunday for our first go. And that's sort of a brave thing because we had 33 people turn up down here. Obviously, there was a heap of people tuning in online. Sorry about the glitches there, but we got that sorted out. But it was 30-something brave souls being guinea pigs, and everything kind of worked fairly well. So some feedback that we're addressing for this week, we'll be doing some more, or be printing extra copies of song lyrics. And as well, we're working on, not this Sunday, but the Sunday after, should be the first Sunday where we should have a PowerPoint up and going for songs back up on the screen. So we are working on that. So that'll be the PowerPoint back up and going. And we've got the same with the sound rosters as well. We're working on that. The Wiggles have, I think, just completed the teams in future for Sunday services. So that's exciting as well. So again, a bit like last week, I'm not going to bother with the tour this week. You've seen the hall, but if you're interested in coming to church, you can do so. There are some smaller capacity tables right at the very back for those who do wish to distance themselves a bit more than others. You might have a sniffle or two, although we do encourage you, if you do have a sniffle or a sore throat, to stay away and engage online. But there are some smaller tables as well. It was really wonderful to see folks obviously sit together on tables, couples, families, etc., but also welcome others that came to join their tables that might have been coming to church by themselves. And same as last week, enter through that direct side door off the car park. We now have hand sanitizing stations, permanent stations fastened to the wall. And just remember those out of bounds areas as well. So the B service, the music in terms of how it's going to be done this Sunday is still on the basis of what was planned prior to the restrictions lifting, but by and large this will become more of our contemporary outreach kind of vibe, and full kids ministries are included. Just lastly, a note about those kids ministries. Unlike before, when it was, the kids are in at the beginning of the service and then go out for the sermon. Again, just while we're in these restrictions, still, the difference now is that you can come to church as a family. Make sure that you register on your little table roll, your family, everyone that's come. But then the kids actually start in creche and charge and are out there for the entirety of the service. So that's one of the major differences for the kids as opposed to before. I think, and I'd like to get back to, kids being a part of the worship and the kids' songs and so on at some stage in the future. But just for now, just for at least the next couple of months, or whenever things change again, and we do thank you for your patience. The kids will be going straight into charge/creche at the beginning of the service. And I know that Francine's been putting together some awesome stuff there. Now, just aside from the services per se, if you do come to church, and again, you're welcome to, even if you came last week, you can come again. We still have plenty of scope for extras that want to come to church just every single week after last week's experience. But if you are coming to church this week, don't be alarmed if you might walk in and you think, oh, the walls are a bit blank. All the sound baffling has been removed, and it's not going anywhere. It's just going to be freshened up. So Francine's freshening those up over the next couple of maybe month or two, but they will eventually come back. And when they come back, they're going to look absolutely amazing if her concept art was anything to go by. So we're really looking forward to that. But that's about it when it comes to, so what are we, only about 6 something minutes this time. Thank goodness for that. Same as last week, encourage you to try church, come on down, sit at a table, enjoy the fellowship together, and and full kids ministries will be available for our B service. Oh, sorry, one last thing. I am going to be putting out as well, for those who would wish to micro-church this Sunday, there are 1 or 2 micro-churches that will be available as well, and I'll put that on the email that this is attached to. Okay, we will possibly see you on Sunday, or we will see you pop up on the live stream. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.